Alright guys, we're back with the Kyosho Surfer. If you remember back from our previous video, we just ran it completely box stock. Absolutely rubbish on the nickel metal hydride battery that came with it. Don't recommend trying that at all, to be honest. So really underpowered. So we've been running it all summer, taking it on a couple of holidays abroad. Absolutely fantastic fun on a 2S LiPo, but it's still running the standard brushed motor. So what we're going to do is take this 540 sort of size brushed motor out and the ESC, and we're going to pop in what we've just had delivered from Amazon. So we've had delivered this 3300 kV F540 motor, brushless. So we're going to pop that in. And we've also got this water-cooled brushless ESC. Now, on the side there, you can notice it says LiPo 2 to 4S. I was only actually going to run this Surfer on a 3S just to give it a bit more go. But if it says 4S, we'll bung a 4S in. And we'll do some comparisons on 3S and 4S. I'm hoping, although it's never usually the case, the shaft on the new motor is the same size as the one on the old one. So that stock Kyosho coupling will actually fit straight onto the end of the motor. But as you know, with these things, nothing's ever simple, and it probably won't fit. So we'll have to get a new coupling there for the prop shaft. Plenty of room for the ESC because it's about the same size. And we can hook the water cooling up that's already in the model. Going to take the opportunity to get rid of all this sort of carbon deposit, because even though this is meant to be a seal, a lot of water does get inside the hull, so this is all the carbon that's sort of washed out from the brushed motor. So we're going to get these fitted, see how they fit in there, and we'll come straight back. Okay, first spanner in the works, if you will. The Allen bolts holding the coupler between the motor and the prop shaft absolutely had it. They've rusted away and they are like butter. So I've sprayed some WD-40 on it, so I can leave that soak in for 5. Enjoy a nice cup of coffee, and we'll get right back to it. Okay, I've done it. It's out. It wasn't pretty, and the square box is full, but it's out. So all I got to do now is get this blue coupler off the old motor. If not, we'll grab another one and a couple of pence from Amazon. So we've got the old brushed motor and ESC. That coil there is just the water cooling, which is from these two hoses here, the in and the out. So what I'm going to do is replace these with some longer stuff I've got here, and we'll run it through the new ESC. Get the new motor onto the mount now. I've checked and the hole is the same size in the coupler, so that's a winner. So as long as I can get it off the motor end, we're okay. We'll get this new one soldered up. It's all going to fit in quite nicely. Very similar size motor, a little bit shorter. Now the receiver sticking on there, and we'll get the ESC up the front there. Just gonna have to lengthen the battery wires because it's not going to reach from there all the way to the back at the back, and we should be good. I've taken the prop shaft out, obviously because we've taken the motor and the coupler out, so it actually looks really clean, but you can never not lube your shaft. So we've got some trusty Vaseline here, so I'm going to smear that all up and down my shaft, and then we'll pop it back in. So that's the new 3300 kV 4S capable brushless fitted. We're going to cut the bullet connectors off because we haven't got any on the new ESC, and what with it going in the water, I'd rather just solder them and heat shrink them. So at the minute we've got the existing Kyosho shaft coupler on there. I'm not convinced those screws are going to be up to the job because they're pretty rotten, to be honest. So I've ordered a new one. It's only a £5 from Amazon, so we'll test it out with this one if the new one doesn't come in time, and then we get it swapped over. So next step, we're going to stick this new ESC in, and then we can work out the new plumbing pipes, get that all soldered up. Okay, so that is in. If you notice, I've been really lazy. I've just looped the in and the out from the water cooler in a minute because I can't find the roller hose I got. I'll dig that out tomorrow. We need to figure out also, is that in and out and in, are they two separate sides? So I need to figure that out because I don't want to put water in that one, out that one, and it come out somewhere else. But it does look like they just come along in a straight line, so we can use one or the other. New doorless water cooling, as you can tell. So we've got the motor in, 3300 kV brushless. we're running a 4S pack. That is like a balloon, so that needs to be disposed of pretty quick before it burns my house down. I was going to change the Kyosho receiver and the controller to my Dumbo, and then I realised, well, this is quite a nice standalone model, so if we go on holidays or anything, or drop that in the sea, it's not the end of the world. So let's plug it in. I have checked, so it's not my first plug-in. I have checked that the motor spins the right way. So let's just plug it in. Bit awkward with one hand, sorry guys. Okay, 4S. We got the rudder working. Right, is that going to miss the bench? Yes, it is. Okay, here we go. The first throttle up of a 4S pack in the Kyosho RC Surfer. Wow, that sounds more powerful than the 550 brush we've just taken out. So all we need to do now in the morning, we'll connect up the water cooling ins and outs. We'll put the receiver back in a bag and zip tie it up, because that's not waterproof like the rest of it. And this does, as I said, let in quite a bit of water. So we need to get some more sealant around there. So we'll get that sorted in the morning, and hopefully we can get it down to the lake and give it a test run. So we've put the standard Kyosho receiver back in the bag. That's how it came from the factory, just in the plastic bag with a cable tie. So obviously the receiver's not waterproof. So stood up till now, so that'll do for a minute. I've cooked up the water cooler, and I wasn't going to bother, but I've done it anyway. So we've got it coming in here through the ESC and back out through the exhaust port there. So hopefully that'll keep it nice and cool. So we've got a 4S charged up, just need to get it to the lake. Alright guys, here we are on the beach. Not ideal waves, but we'll give it a go. We've got a 2200 milliamp hour 4S pack. Sounds like it's going to rip it to bits, but we'll give it a go. Let's chuck it in. Right, end the game. We've bust the prop off. Back to the workshop. Alright, we're back in the workshop. So that sort of boat bashing session, bit of a success because we had a great night, but we did break the prop on the Kyosho Surfer. And we also broke it, or I also broke it, on the Traxxas M41. So they're only, I think it's £10 for the Traxxas, and the Kyosho one's great because they're only tiny ones. They actually look like they're £4.99 for a pair. So I've ordered 2 sets of each of those, so we've always got space. It's a bit frustrating, like last night we had to get back because we didn't have any drive on either of them. This thing, though, absolutely brilliant. One thing I would say, though, I honestly think 4S is too much for it. I said in the video it was a 2200 pack. It was actually an 1800, but that one just looks like it's ready to burn my house down. So we're going to get rid of that one safely, and we get a better one in it. 4S, just the prop just can't seem to hook up on it. It's just too much. So we're going to continue to run it on 3S. I did have a sneaky try last week at the local lake on 3S, and it was absolutely perfect. I did try last night. You can see that Vaseline seal stuff in there just to seal it back up, because this thing just lets so much water in, it's ridiculous. So I'm going to order some new foam sealer stuff and see if we can get it sealed up. All the water cooling's working all right though. The ESC was nice and cool after the run last night. So we'll get that fixed, we'll get a new prop on it, and we'll get it back in the water. But so far, what a success. 3S is the way to go though, guys. 4S just doesn't work, it's too much. And on just one final note on the Kyosho Surfer, most reviewers, I'm not a reviewer, I just enjoy messing with these childish toys, but they get paid for the adverts. We don't. We get the odd freebie, which is great, but this thing, I cannot recommend it enough. It is literally the one RC toy I think everyone needs to have. It is such a giggle, such a talking point when you're at the beach. And living in Great Britain, we're surrounded by the sea, so we all tend to try and stick to a nice, smooth, perfect conditions lake. With this, you don't have to. Get it in the sea, get some waves, as long as you give it a good shower off for some nice clean water. Get all that salt out of it. Make sure your prop tube's lubed up every now and again. Absolutely brilliant. I take it on holidays with me everywhere. It's awesome. Literally the best toy ever. So we're going to get a new prop on it, some more nice 3S packs, and we are going to continue to enjoy it. Thoroughly recommend it though, guys.